Je suis fier de mes frères, on avance tous ensemble. T'as les One Love, prêt pour la victoire. T'as les Black Stars, on gagne toujours le sourire. On vit comme ça, chez toi c'est comment chez nous c'est l'amusement. Dans la musique t'as bouffé, tout le monde est content.
His name is Dr. Tom ASISEH. He has the platform today. Introduce himself and tell us what he thinks. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon, DELA. How are you doing?
I'm good. You're welcome to Atl Afrikan Radio in Atlanta.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we heard about you, but for the sake of our viewers, we give you the platform to introduce yourself, who Dr. Tom ASISEH is, and what you are here for.
Okay, Dr. Tom ASISEH is just a humble person from a humble family.
Okay.
I hail from Bato,
Okay.
North Town,
Okay.
in the Volta region.
Okay.
My late dad and mom, Thomas Atl ASISEH,
Okay.
and Katrina
Okay.
ASISEH.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, I'm a theologian and a missionary.
Okay.
You know, I always on the missionary spree.
Yeah.
I also believe in real estate appraisal.
Okay.
That's one of my profession too.
Okay.
And I've been living in the U.S. for some years now.
Okay.
I always go to Ghana, live there,
Okay.
then come back. So I shuffle to countries and other places.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's who I am.
Okay.
By the grace of God.
All right.
And I would say the man of the people. Because there was something you said that Ghanaians believe in action.
Exactly.
I like that so much because that is exactly what we want to do.
Exactly.
You see, we don't believe in too much talk and too much speeches. We believe in solution.
Okay.
So I'm bringing solution
Okay.
to our people.
Okay.
Bless you.
Okay. I mean, with the solutions, I must admit that as a student of Ghana politics, I've seen and heard about independent candidates who try to vie for the presidency. And it seems yours comes, I mean, more organized. So with the solutions, I mean, we have your website and you call it pillars, right?
Pillars, yes.
But I will call it sectors of our economy, which build our economy.
It goes together.
You have 10 of them. But for this section, we are going to, I mean, there are 3 of them, which is much more important to the economy of Ghana.
Okay.
Talking about job creation, education, and finally, energy. Yes. So basically, we are going to, I mean, try to expatiate on these 3 things and then see the vision and the kind of ideas you have, which potentially could be the alternative of what we have been used to since 1992. Okay. Either NDC, MPP, and nothing changes. And it's usual rhetorics. I mean, in opposition, it's easy, but in governments, there's a hell of things to deal about. So we are going to take the 3 of them. But first of all, the one which is important to me is job creation, because I've been a university graduate in Ghana before when I completed my first degree, and most of us had nothing to do.
That's right.
Until we decided to, I mean, live outside. Travel outside and then get life. So job creation, what is the vision of Dr. Tom ASISEH in job creation for our country?
Thank you very much, DELA. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, there are 3 things which every human being needs, which are very important. The rest of them may be an addition. You see, that is the jobs, the roof, and the food. You see, if you cannot give them this basic items for them to progress in life, it means you have failed in advance. Now, I have also watched the successive governments throughout the decades, and I realized that they've not really measured up well. And one thing I've also realized is that they don't understand the concept of leadership.
Okay.
You see, what Ghana needs now is leadership.
Okay.
Not politics.
Okay.
You know, there's a difference between a leader and a manager. I always call the status quo, the NPP and NDC, as managers and directors. Now, why do I say that? Now, if you want to man the affairs of a country and you're vying for the office of president, there are certain things you need to put into consideration.
Very well.
Now, you should know that the mandate that will be given to you is from an ideology which has been embraced by the populace, and that is democracy.
Okay.
And what is democracy? Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So it's all about the people, not about politicians, not about whoever take the office of the president.
Okay.
So you, the president, and whoever is working around you, you are to serve the people, not them serving you.
Okay.
That is one thing I want the people to know.
Okay.
That, you see, they have been subjugated all this while. Now, you see, the status quo, the NPP and NDC see themselves as authority. Now, leadership is not authority, but it's service.
Okay.
And that's what I believe in.
Okay.
And that's what makes me different from the contestants.
Okay.
You see, because it's not just a question of, oh, I want to be a president. No. Who are you? That's the first thing.
Okay.
Are you a leader?
Okay.
Or you are just a politician?
Okay.
So if you are going in as a politician, then you have failed in advance. Because when the mandate is to be given to you, they are expecting you. In fact, you are to be hired by the people. That's what the mandate is all about. So they hire you. You don't hire the populace.
Yeah.
So they pay you. You don't pay them. So you do their biddings and not they do your biddings.
Okay.
That is why there are certain things going on which I just feel like, look, there must be a change.
Okay.
That's why I came in. Now,
Okay.
the job creation.
Yeah.
You see, before you even think of creating jobs, the leader must look at certain things to see whether he's qualified to create jobs and do other things. Now, every leader must have a philosophy. Every leader, if you are going to be a leader to man the affairs of our country, you need a philosophy. And that philosophy is leadership. In other words, service to the people. That is why I believe in serving the people, because that's my philosophy.
Okay.
So my philosophy is to serve the people. I don't know their philosophy. Maybe the status quo, their philosophy is to loot or get corrupted.
That's funny.
No apology for that.
Yeah.
Because we've seen everything that.
I mean, it's happening.
You understand
it's
what
happening.
I'm saying?
It's happening.
You see, good. So my philosophy is to serve the people. So I wouldn't be afraid to say I am going to be the servant of the people.
Okay.
You see, because they will give me the mandate, not me getting the mandate on my own.
Okay.
And number two, you see, so I have these 4 guiding principles that a leader needs to qualify before you vie for the office of a president. That's the number 1 I have said already, that is philosophy.
Yeah.
The next one is style. What is your style? You see, what is your style? My style is laying a foundation. Many of them feel that their style is just to write 200 or 300 pages of manifestos, or their style is to come out with 20 years development plan. I don't believe in that. You see, I believe in a style, and that style is laying of a foundation. Now, if we look back, we realize that during the time of our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, he laid a foundation. That is why he was able to develop the country in a space of 9 years. So you can ask yourself a question that if I am coming out, then I have 20 years development plan or 10 years development plan. I have only 4 years to serve as a first step.
Okay.
So the 20 years development plan, I mean, what are you going to do with it? That's where you get confused.
I mean, if there has been some issue about this development plan that we are talking about, and yes, we have to admit most advanced democracies have a development plan, which is the core to the country. So it wouldn't be about the time a particular party or an individual is serving. It's something which is in the core of the country. And that's why some people think it has to happen to Ghana. So it moves a little bit above who is in the seat of the presidency.
So you realize that if you have a one term, and the second term is not a must.
Okay.
It's like, except
it depends on what happens in
or you read. You understand? So that 4 years, even you taking over, some few days will have to elapse. Now, when you have 20 years development plan, you are drawing plans for the nation.
Exactly.
But the plan cannot do without the foundation.
You're right.
You see, you have...
You can't have anything with a weak foundation. You are right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you have a plan, okay, let me give you an instance. You have a land, you want to construct a building or erect a building.
Okay.
You've gone to the architect,
and
he has drawn the plan for you, right? Then you hold the plan going about, I have a very, is it 20 or 30 years building plan? You have not erected. There must be a foundation to show that you are serious. Okay. And that's what I believe in.
Okay.
I don't believe in holding the building plan, then telling people I believe in the foundation to prove that you are ready. And the plan, I mean, the foundation determines the kind of building you want to put.
Okay. So with whatever you've said, so do you think with the current, situation, we don't have a foundation which is resilient, of course, to carry a development plan for 20, 30, 50 years?
No, we don't have it.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have it.
Okay.
The time we had it was during the time of Nkrumah.
All right.
His Excellency, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
All right.
That man laid down a foundation.
Okay.
Now, you see, when he was ousted, that foundation was broken into fragments.
Okay.
You see, the successive governments that have been coming after him only pick the pieces of this broken foundation. To run the administration. That is why you see confusion. Okay. Good. Now, and that is why you see there is always copy and paste. So the kind of governance we are having is copy and paste. Okay. You see, they copy and paste. Why? Because there's no foundation for them to follow. And I have looked at all these things. I feel, no, we need a foundation, a solid foundation. Okay. And the kind of foundation my administration is going to lay is in two-pronged. The human resource economic system and the natural and mineral resource economic system. Okay. Now, there are some countries in the Western world who don't have the natural, the mineral resource economic system like the way we have. So they depend on the human resource economic system that is making them what they are today, and we go to borrow money from them. But we have what it takes. to even ask people to come and borrow for us to have spillover. Not we borrowing money when the people are suffering and wallow in poverty in the midst of abundance. Now, the human resource economic system is about the people. Now, you give them jobs. That is why when I win the election by the grace of God, 2020, the first thing I'm going to do is I separate 60 days out of the 4 years, and I'm going to invite representatives of all the sectors.
Okay.
And with the sectors, we're going to rapport together, have tete-a-tete discussion for us to know what area in their sectors they feel best that if we touch those areas, there will be immediate improvement.
Okay.
They are the people there.
Okay.
They are on the field, right? Good. So we need to deal with them. Okay. Now it comprises of the engineers, the inventors, the traditional rulers, even the ministers of God. You see what is happening in the Christendom today. You see, and the even the market women, the traders, the business, and the scientists, health sectors, and to mention few, even the prisoners. Yes, the prisoners will be represented. Okay. Now, if you go to the prison, you see how they are clustered. Okay. Even the canned food sardine is well arranged. Okay. Than what is in the prison now.
I mean, that is a situation we all get worried about. Go. But let's. I want us to. I understand. I think I heard one of your video talking about even jobs for the prisoners. So I want us to take it to the job creation. And then we see how it is going to. Yeah.
You see, what I mentioned prisoners is that our human resources are wasting over there. These are the people who are supposed to be around to showcase their efforts and what they have, their ability. To improve in the economy of our country. But you see, they push them there. And many of them, I would say 70 or 80% of the prisoners we have confined in our prison yards are victims of circumstances. You can see it on the website. I mean,
there have been several shows. I mean, which talks about it. Yeah.
You see, then we are going to make sure that, in fact, my government, what is going to happen is that there will be a fast-track retrial. A fast-track retrial. Then those who are exonerated, those who are found not guilty, they will be, released immediately. And we send them to the farms. And that brings me to the immediate term job system that we're going to use. Now, we're going to establish farmland, large farmlands all over the country. At least 5 to start with in every region. You see, the farmlands has different departments that will fit, even the graduates, unemployed graduates will fit into. Now, the farmlands that we're going to establish all over, it has happened during Nkrumah time, the Biggers Brigade. So food was abundance and everything was okay. So that at least the people must have food to eat instead of us shipping them or exporting them when the people are hungry in the country. No, not under my watch. Now, when we have established the farmlands, alongside the farmlands will be factories. Why the factories? By every farmland, there must be a factory. Because we want the spillover to be sent into the factories for processing, and that will create another job for the people. You see, I'm looking at the farmland. One farmland can at least take approximately 5,000 to 10,000 workers. You understand? Good. Now,
at various levels.
Exactly. Now, if we have the farmland, we're going to have housing units there. Definitely. And that is when we're going to bring the kayayes from the street. Now let me tell you something briefly. You see, those kayayes you see, they are also victims of circumstances. They might have graduated or might have finished their, high school, but maybe with poor background and they don't have anybody to help them.
Okay.
So they have to migrate to the city.
Okay.
And the only job they can get is to buy a very big basin and start carrying people's load. And you can imagine that if you are carrying that load, heavy load for someone, it affects your brain.
Okay.
You see, so are we helping them or we are destroying our resources?
Okay.
So I'm not going to allow that to happen. That's why immediate 10 job, which is the farmland that I'm going to establish, they'll be sent to the farms.
Okay.
And because my government is going to review the salary structure of the nation, increase it to benefit the ordinary, they will have something good for them. I mean, you work, you smile, and taxes are deducted. And when you get off, you go to the housing units, you have a place of abode.
Yeah, but Doctor, do you think, looking at our tax structure, where we have a very large informal sector, and you thinking about reviewing salary to pay more to workers, how would you do that?
Good. Now, you see, this is let me not use the word problem, but issues that have been bothering a whole lot of people, Ghanaians. You see, they will ask you, where are you going to have money to do all those things?
Very well.
If we can remember, when NPP was in opposition, Dr. Babumia, and even the president today, who was the opposition then, they categorically told the people that there is money there.
But they are saying a different thing now.
Good. You see, definitely, you don't expect them to say the same thing.
Okay.
With what is going on.
Okay.
There is no way anybody can empty the coffers of our country.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Now, I've traveled most part of the world, so I know certain things that happen in many places. Take Nigeria, for instance.
Okay.
If you know how much is being wasted in that country, how they embezzle, how corrupt they are, yet that country is still rich.
That is alleged anyway. It's an allegation anyway. We don't have facts to it, so it's an alleged.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
And my closest friend in Nigeria was the one Mr. Sobotie.
Okay.
He was the former special secretary to the military state of governor in Delta State.
Very well.
Very close.
Very well.
Apart from that, I have a lot of them who, I understand. One thing with me is I do research, personal research and all that stuff.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
Nigeria has the money.
Okay.
Even individuals and both the government, they have it. You see, if it's not there, why are they taking always?
Okay.
Government, every country has it.
Okay.
But then, it has to do with utilizing the resources that you have.
Okay. I mean, you mean setting our priorities.
Very good. You see, the kind of governments we have, the NDC, NPP, they don't set up priorities. They don't even know how to utilize the resources. All they do is to siphon some of the gold or mineral resources and sell them outside, put them in their pocket.
Okay.
And they will want to go back again.
Okay.
You see the point? Now, if the money, the coffers is dry, why do they want to go back?
That's a big question to ask.
Oh, no. You see, sometimes you have to face facts. And
if there's nothing there, how would they even go for loans and sell their properties and then come back?
They have been there, they siphon the money and they loot, and now they want to go back. Like, you see, some languages that I hear sometimes bothers me. It gets me worried. You see, like NDC would tell the populace because they want to go there again. They say, okay, now, fellow Ghanaians, we are sorry for the mistakes we did. And now we've been there before, so we are experienced. So give us the mandate for us to go back and correct things. Now, the populace may not understand the depth of that message.
Okay.
But I understood it immediately.
What is the depth?
Okay, good. Now, this is somebody who was there for 6-7 years. Good. A whole lot happened. A whole lot were not done.
Okay.
And, you know, they were voted out. NDC was voted out.
Okay.
Now, you're telling us about the mistakes you did. Number one is that in leadership, there's nothing like orientation.
Yeah.
You go in when I'm talking of the leadership of a country.
Yeah.
We don't ask people to go there and to be trained.
Okay.
So that they will go, so that when they do mistakes, they go. No. It's not a place for experimentation.
Okay.
It is a place that you must be up to date and know what to do.
Okay.
So if they are telling us they did mistake, the mistake is that they didn't take enough.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. So they want to go back and then get some more. All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they are scared that the present government that is there, the way they are, looting the money.
Oh, okay.
They are scared.
They will be richer than them.
They may finish the whole thing. It will finish. So let me go back and loot more.
Okay.
So that's a mistake they did, not to loot all.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay.
The second one we are experienced in looting. You understand what I'm saying? You see, I like to go deep into languages.
Okay.
Now, so let us go. But I thank God the populace and the electorates of our country
are getting to be discerning. Yeah, they are getting to be discerning now.
Yes, they are very wise now.
Okay.
They are wise.
Okay.
No, what are you going to do? They gave you a whole lot of years and you couldn't do anything, and you want to go and do what?
Okay.
Okay. We may say that there were infrastructures, there were these. Sometimes I hear some statesmen say, oh, they have infrastructures, they have this. We don't develop a country with infrastructures.
Really?
The government do not have to develop the country. You develop the country. You develop the people to develop the country.
Okay. Okay.
That is why we talk of human resource economy system.
Okay.
Now, when we give them the jobs, at least tax will be coming out, right?
Okay.
Good. And the people will start, upgrading their lives.
But you giving them the jobs and tax coming out, it's not something that has to be automatic. You have to look at your structure. I mean, there are basic things which don't happen in our country. Even address system. There has been a lot of rhetorics from the current vice president. He started about Ghana GPS, whatever, Ghana Post, whatever it is, and it hasn't seen reality. So you can give them the jobs, what you are talking about, but if you are not able to retrieve the taxes, how then do you do it?
Oh, good. You are in the United States, right? Good. You work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you pay tax?
Of course. Good. I mean, it's from source, so that's not whether you like it or not, you pay.
They have a system that will make you pay tax.
Yeah. So that's the system I want us to look at. See, although we are talking about job creation, because we don't have so much time, I just have to touch in some things, and then so that at the end of the day we'll be able to, touch some things, and then we'll think about the part 2 of the interview.
I may not be able to go deep for the sake of time, like you said, but then we're going to have a system where the taxes will really go to the government to be used for the improvement of the country.
Okay.
Good. And apart from the human resource economy system, actually, have the like the factories, we have the industries, and these very people, the human resources, they are going to improve on the country, in the economy. Some may be doing real estates, and different kind of, jobs.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, you realize that what are people, the status quo don't always talk about is the natural resource economy system. Why? Because they are not utilizing them. I am going to utilize, in other words, my government will utilize our natural resources.
Okay.
That will bring in a lot of economy.
Doctor, how do we utilize our natural resources if we don't even have what it takes to even process them to an intermediate, not even a final product. We ship them raw, and apart from shipping them raw, we are not able to even get these natural resources from the core, from where they are. It has to be a foreign company which takes much more stake than us. So if all these things are happening, how do you get the resources to find what you're talking about?
Now, I think I need to use a question to answer that question a little bit. Are you aware that the status quo, they normally ship gold and some other minerals outside? We all see it.
Of course.
They are, intercepted outside and all that stuff. How were they doing it? They know very well that when you ship them, you sell them, they have money in their pockets.
Okay.
But this is for the nation.
Okay.
If individuals, if only governments can do that, what about the nation?
Okay.
In a larger scale.
Okay.
Good. During our first president time, he was doing it. You understand? And I remember during His Excellency Rawlings' time, then I was working with Ghana Airways.
Okay.
I was at the tarmac. So every Thursday, they ship gold bullions by a visitant, and that was bringing in enough money into the country.
Yeah.
So those things are there to be done. It's only, you need a leader to know what to do.
Okay.
You need a leader to know how to utilize our resources.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You see, those questions come in because the people have failed.
Okay.
So we feel that it is difficult to handle set things. No.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not difficult.
Okay. All right, Doctor, you take a breather here, and then we will take a music break. But when we come back, I mean, upon all those you said, I have understood you from a point that the foundation for your job creation is agriculture. That's farmland. I mean, we have other.
No, that's the first.
That's the
job.
First. Yeah. We have. I mean,
there must be something going first.
Yeah, and then you are talking about factories which also employ people and the real estate and stuff.
Right.
And then we will also go to, I mean, some particular sectors. I don't know. I mean, the nurses who are also not, I mean, employed. We have a lot of them, and we will look at the stigmatization of farming in Ghana. You know, in Ghana currently, when someone completes university, the person think, I mean, farming is for the, excuse my language, illiterate, or those who couldn't make it to higher degrees. So there's a bigger stigmatization to this. So when we come back, I'll ask you how you are going to remove that and then get a motivation for people to partake in this program.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. ASISEH in our studio. We are talking about Ghana, and he's revealing some interesting stuff. And we're listening to him. And I hope everyone is making sense of what he's saying.
One mic pour mon pays de Ghana. One love pour nos mama Africa.
Ghana, there's still hope. You believe it's Ghana, baby. We just have to get the right people in the helm of affairs. And work on, not the managers, but leaders. I agree with him, though.
Mais je sais d'où je viens. Je suis fier de mon pays, fier de mon Ghana, fier de mon ethnie, fier d'être Ashanti, fier de mes sœurs, fier de mes frères. On avance tous ensemble. Charlie One Love, prêt pour la victoire. Charlie Black Star, au Ghana toujours le sourire. On vit comme ça. Chez toi c'est comment, chez nous c'est l'amusement. Dans la musique t'as beau fait tout le monde est content.
Doctor for soldier for I'm reaching for now, and I'm in slow. A doctor for soldier for you. I'm reaching to the boss, and I'm in slow.
Together as one, that's all we need, man. Cause the bird around the fire, so I'm so proud, so in love with my motherland. If I were done, I see a strong with your man. You're more being French, we so be Jenny J. I'm more dear to my thing, you're so we have to tell me for good. Dr. Kwame Kuma, so much you wish if let me show you my face. Yana Voya Yamana, Kamakuma, about why you do. No diddy, no basa basa, Yenny will be a nyasa, no even Osama.
It's still Ghana OMANMUO on African Radio, Atl African Radio in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have an independent presidential candidate, hopeful, in our studio.
God bless our homeless Ghana.
Okay, doctor. Before we got off, I was talking about the stigmatization, like farming. Yes, it's lucrative, and people are encouraging people to go into it. And if you look at, if you look globally, farming is really something good, which is supporting the world. But our people don't understand it in the perspective you want it to establish. So how do you remove this stigmatizing? How do you get them, putting the motivation for them to get involved? How are you going to do that?
Yes, DELA, before I delve into that, I was trying to let the populace understand the criteria of, becoming a leader.
Okay.
In Ghana, I cited instance of a leader must have a philosophy, and I explained that with his service to the people, then style, which is the foundation. Okay. Then also, I said the style. I have a style, which is foundation. Then there are four, and the other one is method.
Okay.
You see, when you have all this. Other things will follow. Now, the method is, I call it CICI. The Singapore, they have MPH, that is meritocracy, pragmatism, and honesty, and all that, which help them to develop their country.
Okay.
Good. We don't need that.
Okay.
Because in every country, the leader must look at what we have.
Okay.
Look at our tradition, custom, and culture.
Okay.
Then work with it.
Okay.
That will make the country to be a worthwhile.
Okay.
So the method I'm going to use is CICI. And the C stands for common sense. So you see, a leader must have common sense.
Okay.
Now, not that leaders don't have common sense, but the common sense is imbued in us, from birth. Yeah. But the problem is that it's not active. Common sense is a personality.
Okay.
So you have to activate it or pay homage to it for it to be active.
Okay.
So those who are going to work with me in my government, those are one of the qualities. Common sense. You see, because common sense will let you know what to do and what not to do. Common sense will make you know that, look, when you are going to siphon, the coffers that is supposed to be used in managing the affairs of the country developing, common sense will tell you, no, this is a breach. Now, common sense will tell you a whole lot of things that will deprive you from the norms. Now, then the next word, word is intelligence. You must be intelligent. I'm not talking of intellect.
So you are speaking to us all these things because the specific thing is we want that stigmatization. It
leads to it.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. Because if you do not have the right person, he will know what to do.
Okay.
You see, we need that leadership, to be intact for him to know how to handle all these areas in the sector.
Okay.
So that method, that is intelligence. Intelligence is needed.
Okay.
And also you'll be intelligent to know that you need to utilize the resources that you have in order to improve in the economy. And the other word is also, that is C, which is conscientiousness. Conscientiousness makes you to be very, very available, willing, and trying to do the right thing for the people. Then the last word is integrity, which is I. Your integrity will, you want to, defend your integrity, right? And you want your integrity to be intact. So you want to do the right thing. You see, these are the qualities we need in leader and those who work around them, so that they don't just go getting corrupt and all that stuff. Now, coming back to the question, I want to say that the populace is very much aware of agriculture today. Yes, a lot of people go into, some of them, when they are pensioned, they use their pension money to do farming. You understand? Yes. The only thing is that, like the undergraduates, the unemployed graduates, they are not able to get there because you need some money to do that. So that's why they going around without getting any job. Look,
so what you mean is, when it comes to farming, agriculture, the awareness has already been.
It's already there. We only have to get with the government one. It's going to be.
I don't know, and I'm not sure about that. But
you are in the US.
That's
Somebody
okay. That's
it for you.
That's okay.
You understand what I'm
okay.
saying?
That's okay.
So you see, we need to. There'll be a mechanized, agriculture or farming. I ran through a guy, one of the, the unemployed graduate. So we were having a conversation. Whilst we were talking, I was speaking English language. He was speaking with me in Pidgin English. He will reply me, say, Master, this thing where they happen, you get us a bill. Me at the FSF for this country again, because I don't get brake light again. I said, what is brake light? He said, if they run, you not go stop. So he has been running and running, looking for job. There is no job for so many years. So me, I don't tire. So I just have to also come in and say, I beg, make you not tire. Because the thing where they are ahead of us, it better pass the one way they see. So I tell and say, the person where you they see, so he want to do better things. So maybe try to do the right thing. You see, why did he? So I asked him, why were you speaking Pidgin with me? He said, no be Oyibo they talk everywhere. Is it English language that will feed me? I am tired. They are frustrated. I slotted in this for us to know how frustrated some of them are. No, some of them are from poor family. They need to give back to their family, and nothing is happening. So we're going to enlighten the people. And apart from that, you see, it takes a government to initiate the awareness.
And that's where I'm interested. It seems most Ghanaians knows the challenges that we are going through, but the difference is the solution. How do we do it? Yes, you need to enlighten them. So can we come down to the reality? And how do you enlighten them? How do you move people? Because we were talking about years back. Rollins did it, moving students to the farm. They were self-motivated, but that is not there again. Everyone wants to be in the office and they work. So how do you enlighten them? That's the specific things I want us to talk about.
Every one of them may not be in a farm. Now, you see, we have, I believe in areas of concentration and division of labor. Everybody may not be a farmer. Some people may be scientists. Some people may be engineers, and the sectors are there. But you see why,
which will come there.
Why we are talking about farming immediately is because we want an immediate 10 jobs for the people. So it'll be out of the street for them to have something. Then they start planning their lives. But then the kind of farming we're talking about is not the individual farming, but the government. which has been done before.
Okay.
You see, so the government is going to have farm, and set kind of farms, the produce are not going to be exported.
Okay.
They'll be for the people to consume.
Okay.
Now, those that will be exported will be from the commercial farmers, which we're going to encourage them. As a matter of fact. You understand? So the awareness is already there, but then we don't want to, put them in a bottle that all of you should be farmers. No, it's not going to work that way. That's why the government, my government, is going to take that initiative to establish farmlands in order to produce for the country and also encourage the youth to start from somewhere.
So
right
it's
now they have
it's more of mechanized farming by the government, and it's not about individual farming, and then you enlighten them to be.
No, that's not what we're going to do.
So it's not about individual farming.
If you want to farm and you want a loan from the government or whatever it is, there are procedures you have to pass through. You understand?
So you are going to also
but the government
offer
have to do it.
Encouragement as in loans and support for
of course,
people.
We're going to do all those things.
All right. I mean, there's a comment on Facebook by Abigail Champon, and she was asking whether you believe. I mean, she got something. I said. So he does not believe in a 20-year plan. I think that one you specified that it's about the foundation that you were talking about.
I believe in it.
Abigail,
that is not Abigail,
he said he believes in it, but the foundation must be established, and that matters more. So
that's why I gave an instance.
And he's for the foundation. So when he's done the foundation, then we can talk about the 20-year development plan.
For instance, I have a manifesto.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
So, I mean, we've talked a lot about the immediate term, which, I mean, as a supply chain analyst or a business, I would say short term, measure for job creation. So what are we looking at in the medium term, long term for the professionals? We talk about engineers, nurses, doctors, what is going to happen to them? I mean, medium and the long term. Any plans for them?
Good. From the credit stage of our discussion, I said in my 60 days in the office, I'm going to invite representatives of all the sectors.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And we're going to have a tete-a-tete discussion.
Okay.
And for us to know
the
areas we need to improve in their sectors.
Okay.
You understand? So it means we are still dealing with all the sectors.
Okay.
You see, but what we want to work on is the priorities.
Okay.
You understand? So definitely things will be going smoothly.
Okay.
We want to encourage the people for them to start developing the country.
Okay.
Now, for instance, in my administration, I'm going to cancel this, heavy duties at the ports and
you mean duties at the port?
Yes. We're going to run a duty-free.
How does that link to job creation? How does reduce? How is the link?
Good. Right now, we all know that Ghanaians in the diaspora, and is that every year, let's say that what they send into their country, Ghana, be about $5 billion.
Okay.
Good. Many of them wants to go back and start something. Okay. Create jobs.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
That is why I'm going to make sure that what is hindering them, one of the things hindering them is the heavy duties.
Okay.
A lot of them complain. Take, for instance, somebody buys a car of $10,000, then you're going to pay about another $10,000. It makes no sense.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
It's like punishing the Ghanaians in the diaspora.
Okay.
But when it is duty-free, all you need to do is just to pay port charges, like maybe 20%.
Okay.
So 20% of that 10,000 will be how much? Maybe $2,000, $1,000.
1,000,
right?
yeah, 1,000.
Good. So he will easily pay it. Now, many of them will want to even go back.
Okay.
You see, with their equipment and everything, to help develop the country, and jobs will be there, like industries and firms and all that. You see, we must have a way to allow, open the doors for our people in the diaspora to come and help. Okay. And you will see development going on. Okay. They have lived outside for years and they know what to do.
And with a kind of system we operate, fine, you have the vision, and you said you are going to reduce post charges for them to come and then set up whatever they have to set up.
I didn't say reduce post charges. I said I'm going to
duty free.
Yeah, okay. Duty free.
Okay. That's very well.
It's not going to be there.
It's not going to be there. So if there will be anything, post charges, yes. So duty free. But there are people working there, right?
Where
the ports, and they are supposed to make sure this vision carries through.
Oh, you mean what people are
the customs, whatever it is. So you have to. So how do you get these people to? Because that has been our problem. Our problem has been implementation. We have serious challenges when it comes to implementation because the people down there might not buy in the vision, or they are doing their own thing. And it happens, to successive government. Professor Atambers one day went to them and then said his peace of mind to them. So these are the people who are standing in the way of implementation. Impediment. So how any idea how you are going to carry this out?
Okay. You see, I hear a lot of people say, when it's duty free, where are we going to get taxes? That's the excuses they give. Mm-hmm. But, the thing is this. The question also is that the vehicles and other items they impound, where are they? What did they do with them?
That's a serious question, though.
Good. And let's say that, we auction it. Mm-hmm. Did they publish the amount?
No, you never even hear about it. Yeah.
Who bought them? Mm-hmm. You see, the whole system is corrupt. There are aberrations all over, and we need to tackle certain things. No, you see, as a leader, as a leader, let me tell you this: you must be firm. You don't pity. You don't look at the faces of the people who are crying, but you look at what is going to rather make them smile. Okay, when we're growing, when you are sick, then fever, right? Malaria fever, and the neem tree, or quinine, that's what we're given. And it's very bitter. And they will tell you, it is the bitterness that will make you to be healed. So we're going to use the leadership strategies to make them understand. You see, we cannot, because of some few people who only are interested in corruption, they deprive the rest of the populace. No, we're not going to do that, not under my watch. Now, they may not like it. You see, I'm not a politician. That's not in the first place. I'm a leader. That's the difference. A politician will want to speak good. I will look into it. I'm not going to look into anything. We're going to make sure that corruption is out. That's the point. Because other people are suffering because of that. 90% are suffering. So we cannot allow 10% to make them suffer just because you need their votes. No.
Very, very well.
Yes.
I would like to also ask this. You are talking about taking off duties, but don't you also think that you taking off duties, there will be a lot of products which will be flooded at our port, and they are going to push the consumption of our local product, and still we are trying to create something but leaving our people unemployed? Don't it is going to reduce the consumption of locally produced items in the country? Because if everything comes with, without a duty on only port charges, don't you think it's also another problem?
Even I've not been in the government yet for me to cancel the, bring about the duty-free port and harbor system, and yet the items, foreign items, are flooding the market, right?
It is.
Good.
It is. So even as they are paying, it's overflowing, right?
Okay. Good.
So if they are not going to pay, how does the situation be?
Good. Now, you see, when you want in leadership, you have to put your structures right.
Okay.
You see, that is why I mentioned certain things. Like the last one I was about to say is about I've said about the method, but the formula.
Okay.
You see, the formula we're going to use is this. I'm going to use the Metic formula. You see, it was created by Socrates, that philosopher, Socrates.
Yeah. No,
and what does it mean? It means, example is the expectant mother and the midwife. Both of them have to work together. You see?
For the childbirth.
For the childbirth. One person cannot do the job.
Yeah.
So the expectant mother need the midwife to help.
Yeah. One have to push and the one have to hold.
Push.
Yeah.
You understand? And the midwife is for the safety of the child.
Okay.
Good. That is what leadership is.
Okay.
And that's the method, which is the formula we're going to use.
Okay.
It means that the government and the people will work together.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, if we are working together, they will understand what we have for the nation because it's about them.
Okay.
And they know very well that the high charges or huge charges at the ports and it's not even helping us. It's rather bringing corruption.
Okay.
So we want to deal with it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Then when we deal with it, now you're talking about the other items flopping into the country. It has to do with regulations.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. But doctor, do you think there hasn't been enough regulation to control this?
Well, I have not even seen regulations because we're talking about the people are not leaders. They're managers.
Okay.
You see, a manager is somebody who has been hired to, he is supervising the people who bring in profit. Okay. And they must have profit too. But I'm talking of leader and managers. All they do is they want to achieve purpose. Okay. A leader does not achieve purposes. He accomplishes. Okay. That's the difference between leadership. Okay. And so there's a vast difference. Okay. And that's what we need in this country. Okay. Yeah, we need that. They may not know me, but you see, somebody was telling me, you are not popular. I said, no, I don't need to be popular because David was not popular. He was in the bush. Okay. When God brought him out. All right. You understand? Yeah. Because God knows that this is the time for Israel. Okay. So I don't need to be popular for me to be brought out for Ghana. Okay. Because we need leadership. Okay. And we need somebody who is firm. Okay. Somebody who said, this is what we're going to do and we're going to do it. Okay. So you think whatever is there and what is there, leadership could change things. That's your point. Of course, that is leadership. Okay. Let me quickly give you a scenario, maybe a few seconds. I've been a navigator before. And the rules is that the captain on board the ship is the last person to save himself when the ship is sinking. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If this, he has to make sure that all others are evacuated. Okay. Even if the ship is almost going down, he has to save the last person and he has to go down with it. Okay. That's how leadership is. Okay. So in leadership, you have to sacrifice. Okay. You must have no fear. Okay. You have to sacrifice. And these people have brought in fear-mongering and all that. Okay. Okay. All right, viewers and listeners, this Atl Afrikan Radio and still Dr. ASISEH is for the studio. And we are talking about Ghana. His main talent is leadership. Leadership could make everything work. Is that really the case? If you put a typical Ghanaian nature in context.
But everyone who has been there claim he's a leader, though. Enough of the education, enough of the job creation. We'll go to education and see what he has.
One love pour nos mamans Africa. Commencé en sacrum Charlie. J'y vais depuis que je suis môme, c'est watté. Oh, and you m'n'était à bas. Et c'est même pas du Azonto, c'est ça. Mon passeport est français. Charlie, mais je sais d'où je viens. Je suis fier de mon pays, fier de.
We go for a commercial break, and when we come back, we look at the sector, education. We are looking at various sectors which can contribute directly to our economy, and that's what we need now. Off for commercial break.
Hello. Yeah, this is Albert from AKA Computer Solution. At AKA Computer Solution, we specialize in fixing computers with viruses, computer that's damaged, crash screens. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. That's where you can get your computer fixed on a reasonable price. We sell computers on a reasonable price, starting from $150. You can get a desktop, a full desktop with a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor. Come to AKA Computer Solutions. You can pay your cell phone bills like Laka Mobile, H2O, Simple Mobile. You can even get it activated at AKA Computer Solutions. We sell phones, we do networking, and we have a lot of things which are located in AKA Computer Solution. To find us, we are located on 5848 Bankhead Highway in Douglasville, Georgia, right in the plaza where the Texaco is located. You have any problem with your computer, I bet you we will never let you down. Call us on 678-365-6559. All right, thank you and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Want to fix your computers? The best place to come is AK Computer Solution. You have anything wrong with your computer system, bring it to AKA Computer Solutions. That is where you can have the best on all electronics, including phones, mixers, speakers, TVs, and all what have you. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. I just brought my own here now, and my computer is working very, very well. So I beg you, come to Computer Solutions, AKA, and get your computers fixed. Thank you.
I'm at AKA Computer Solution in Douglasville, Georgia. My computer has virus. I brought it, and they got it fixed, and it's working really good. It's really good, and the charge is not a lot, just chicken change. So I would really advise you guys to come. You'll be happy. Thank you.
After the reggae, play the blues, blues. Make you do as I do. Enjoy yourself, baby boo, boo. Cause even your boo get a boo, boo. Share the gala, share the booze, Everybody wanna groove, As far as the money they pay, EBO pop champagne. Baba si bad the way them the boo. You don't know I'm catch you the bull. See money for go like me.
Hello. Yeah, this is Albert from AKA Computer Solution. At AKA Computer Solution, we specialize in fixing computers with viruses, computer that's damaged, crash screens. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. That's where you can get your computer fixed on a reasonable price. We sell computers on a reasonable price, starting from $150. You can get a desktop, a full desktop with a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor. Come to AKA Computer Solutions. You can pay your cell phone bills like Laka Mobile, H2O, Simple Mobile. You can even get it activated at AKA Computer Solutions. We sell phones, we do networking, and we have a lot of things which are located in AKA Computer Solution. To find us, We are located on 5848 Bankhead Highway in Douglasville, Georgia, right in the plaza where the Texaco is located. You have any problem with your computer, I bet you we will never let you down. Call us on 678-365-6559. All right, thank you and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Want to fix your computers? The best place to come is AK Computer Solution. You have anything wrong with your computer system, bring it to AKA Computer Solutions. That is where you can have the best on all electronics, including phones, mixers, speakers, TVs, and all what have you. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. I just brought my own here now, and my computer is working very, very well. So I beg you, come to Computer Solutions, AKA, and get your computers fixed. Thank you.
I'm at AKA Computer Solution in Douglasville, Georgia. My computer has virus. I brought it, and they got it fixed, and it's working really good. It's really good, and the charge is not a lot, just chicken change. So I would really advise you guys to come. You'll be happy. Thank you.
After the reggae, play the blues, the blues, the blues. Make you do as I do, I do, I do. Enjoy yourself, baby boo, boo, cause even your boo get a boo, boo, boo. Share the gala, share the booze, booze. Everybody wanna groove, groove. As far as the money they pay, EBO pop champagne. Baba si bad the way them the boo, you don't know no catch the bull, see money for.
OMANMUO is the show.
This is my motherland, Lady Ghana tiny.
We are discussing governance of Ghana. The unprecedented happening in all sectors of our economy. And we have a guest who is here giving us his vision of becoming a president in Ghana. Doctor, you talk about education, and I could see education reform and upgrade. Currently, we have a free SHS by the NPP government. I mean, both NDC and NPP have their own opinions about it, but it's still running anyway. So, when you talk about education, what do you have for Ghanaians?
Right. What I'm going to do in my administration, I'm not going to cancel the free SHS now.
Okay.
Because it's already there.
All right.
And even though it wasn't properly
implemented, implemented,
arranged.
Okay.
They're not running it in the right way.
Okay.
But you see, we don't have to cancel it.
Okay.
Because I believe in free education for all.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
I believe in free education for all.
Okay.
So at least they've started something somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe that is why they want to use it as a legacy.
You are saying at least, but it's huge for them anyway.
When I was growing, I was told that in the country where there are blind people, one eye.
Oh, okay. It's a champion. It's a champion. Right.
Guru.
All right.
So what do you expect? There is nothing working. So whatever is given, they have to, But if maybe I was in power then, I wouldn't even talk about free education in the first place. because it takes time. You have to arrange it well before you delve into it, so that you don't just do anything haphazardly, then start hiring people to go and advertise it. You don't need to advertise it. The people will rather praise you when the thing is right. What I would have rather done is that the people must have good jobs, well paid. They will choose whether they want free education or they want their wards or children to go to we call it international schools or private schools. You see, everybody has a choice. You understand?
But if you look at advanced democracies, free education is provided by government, no matter whether. Advanced.
Yes, even over here, the food system is good. Now, I had to run into a family in Ghana, and the child was well whipped with this. When you see the back of the child, you see the sign of the cane. So when who whipped you like this? I mean, that is SHS. He said, they said we have to eat that food, and 100 of us students said, no, we don't like the food. It's not good enough. And they have to whip that. I said, why? Why would they force you? And they said, it is true. So I had to call one of the teachers who whipped. In fact, the teacher who whipped the child. I said, do you know the number? Because I believe in action. I called the teacher. Why did you have to whip a child who has parents who eats in the house? Would you have to force him or her to eat the food? He said, no, it's compulsory. By who? He said, the government.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I interacted with the guy myself. So this is how far we have gone. You understand? Too many things are happening and we don't know. You see, so, well, it's already there. But we will now rather improve on it. Because our educational system needs to be overhauled. Upgraded.
And that's why I'm interested, looking at the specifics and all close to specific what you're going to do to this overhauling and improvement. Because the NDC is saying infrastructure is way low to carry all those people to have free education. MPP says, free education is for we are starting. So if you are talking about overhauling or improving, what are the specific? What are you going to do?
Talking about the infrastructure, as you said NDC is talking about. Well, they build a lot of schools. They might not have finished the rest, but then it was an attempt to provide school buildings, yes. But then a government who succeeds, the previous government need to continue from where the previous government stops.
Which it doesn't happen in Ghana.
It doesn't happen. Good. I like the way you put it. It doesn't happen in Ghana. Good. Because of the status quo. That is why I am saying to the electorates, we need to vote them out. Because definitely, when NPP is out, NDC is not going to continue from where they stop. So the best thing for us to have sanity is to get them out. Now, talking about the overhauling, we're going to make sure the system, the curriculum have to be visited. We upgrade the teachers. You see, when your child comes from Ghana, for instance, maybe you have a child who has to come to the university here and all that stuff, and he has to sit for TOEFL. Ghana is a lingua franca country. Then when you tell them, say, no, we don't agree with that, that kind of education. They believe, over here, they believe in their kind of education.
Exactly,
But,
I know.
Students from other countries do not write the TOEFL because of the standard.
I have been in the same class with Chinese students who couldn't speak English, and they didn't write any of this English test.
Good.
But people from Ghana were made to write this test.
Those are the things also we have to look at. That's even another discussion. The thing is, when you have a leader who knows how to man the affairs of the country, you make other nations to respect the country.
Okay.
You don't sell the birthright of the country to other people, so they will overlook you. That's why some may even look at us as, call us names.
Okay.
Based on the kind of people we have there.
Okay.
Now, as of now, you have about maybe 60 students in a class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's outrageous.
Okay.
In my administration, we're going to have 25.
Okay, so now you are talking about a student-teacher ratio. You are bringing it down to 1:25.
That's right.
Okay.
And, so that the teacher, you will be able to teach them.
And interact well with them.
Exactly. And I'm going to remove the canes from the school.
Okay.
Because the
canes has been removed for some time now. I know, right. But that's the difficulty we have. It's supposed to be removed. I mean, according to GES, Ghana Education Service, there's a regulation that canes are not supposed to be used again. But I mean, that's Ghana for you.
There's a regulation, but are they regulating that regulation?
That's Ghana for you. Okay. All right.
They don't. Mm-hmm. You see all those facetiousness, and they just try to subjugate the populace. That's all they do.
Okay.
Just deceiving the
as if it's happening, but it's not.
Thank you. So we're going to do it. That's what I said. Solution. I believe in solution.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to remove that cane. And how do we remove it? First of all, we have to visit the salary structures of the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They are the least paid, sector in the whole of Ghana.
Yeah.
In Ghana, let me say Ghana.
Yeah.
Now, are they not the people who train the professionals?
Yeah.
Who train the president and their ministers?
They are.
Teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that we are rather marginalizing them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make sure they have the right, frame of mind to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them carry the canes because of frustration and desperation. Mm-hmm. Because he can't meet up with his or her salary. Mm-hmm. So when he's teaching the word and you are not able to grab it quickly, he has to follow up with a cane.
With a cane.
So we're going to make sure 25 in each class so that the teacher will have enough time.
Okay.
And we'll have, some classes for the low retentive memory students.
Okay.
You really know that.
Okay.
Everybody has the way God created.
Okay.
There are some people, they are not fast in, grabbing something.
Okay.
It takes time, but when they get it, they're okay.
Okay.
But that's what we're going to make sure we give them orientation or good training for to upgrade the teachers for a better curriculum that will meet up with the world standard.
Okay.
Anywhere they go, they are okay. Look, Ghanaians are very brilliant. Let them go anywhere. They use the kind of brains or acumen they have to overstretch other students.
Okay.
But we don't have encouragement.
Okay.
We don't have encouragement.
Okay. So what I would like to ask you is, let's look at the current structure. There are schools on the trees. There are schools who don't have teachers. There are places teachers don't want to go there. And then you are here talking about teacher to student ratio by 25 student to teacher. And we have more people. The infrastructure is not meeting them. So how are you going to work this out?
Okay. That is why, first of all, I talk about foundation, right? Mm-hmm. If you want to build a house, you need a foundation. Mm-hmm. Before we even talk about teachers being transferred to villages or whatever it is, we need to put things right. Mm-hmm. Now, we need the structures. Mm-hmm. We need the structures at the right places.
Okay.
Those are what we call priorities.
Okay.
You see, in the cities, they have their blocks. They have the school buildings and everything.
Okay.
Let's visit the hinterlands, the villages, the rural areas, where they have to pack blocks in order to write. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if you have watched that YouTube. Mm-hmm. I think this happened around, Jackson somewhere, where The students, I think JHS students, they were in assembly and to enter class and they have to pray. One of the boys have to pray. And the prayer touched me. He said, I'm not...
Yeah, I think I heard about that. They were talking about rain. It shouldn't rain so that they will go, yeah.
God, please, we want to enter class and
I've watched about,
learn because we are behind our curriculum.
Okay.
Please don't allow the rain. If we have sinned against you, if we, the children, have sinned against you, please forgive us. Do you know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
That prayer is a curse to those people who allow such a thing to happen. You are siphoning millions of dollars.
But that's
and you are not.
But does religion of this kind have a place in our politics at all? You talking about curse because we are just trying to be scientific here.
Slot in that.
Yeah, we have to be scientific here.
Well, curse doesn't know anything called science. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A curse is a curse.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because we may not go into that subject because it's vast.
Mm-hmm.
I have a book on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's vast.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know we have self-imposed curses?
Mm-hmm.
You impose curse on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these children.
Mm-hmm.
They are praying for what they have not done. They want to be the future leaders, and you are depriving them.
Mm-hmm.
You are depriving them, and all you guys do is they go and advertise everywhere, telling people about their legacy of SHS. Is it only SHS? What about the school buildings where can they continue from where the previous government reached? The previous government messed up big time. Okay. We don't need them.
Okay.
We don't need NDC again. We don't need MPP because both of them are twin brothers. They only exchange batons.
Okay.
We don't want children to be praying for God to forgive them for what they have not done, but for the flaws and aberrations of the, before they will even study, they are lacking behind.
Okay.
My brother. So what I'm saying is this. We will visit all this. Infrastructures in all no child will be left behind.
Okay.
Infrastructure should be everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, it must be everywhere.
Okay.
Those are priorities we are talking about.
Okay.
You can't educate some and will not educate the others.
Okay. Okay. So now is student to teacher ratio, infrastructure. What about, teachers' motivation? You're talking about upgrading their salary.
Okay.
And how do you, if you look at the current system, most people go to, if you take the, SHS, most people go there if they are not able to get any job outside, the teaching becomes the last thing for them. So I guess the teachers will also need some motivation, like individuals who have to be trained for the education sector. So how are you going to, do that for the trainers? And apart from that, another question is, how do you segregate the education system? Now, we claim you have a vocational system, which I don't even know whether they are working. Free SHS, people go there. If you look at the system here and look at the system in Ghana, free SHS, people do courses which they don't even tend to use them. So how do you, change the curricula? You made mention that you're going to change the curricula. So how do you fix it and what are you going to change? Improve it, improve it. So how are you going to improve it? Take what they will need for career than what they will not need. I'm a
good question.
Yeah, I'm a business person, but I did something else when I was in high school. Good. And that's the point.
Good. You see, what we need is we're going to encourage vocation. Vocational institutes, and also if maybe you visit our manifesto, you realize that even with the pillars, you realize that we have something about vocation, then technical. We have technical universities and all that already.
Okay.
But then we need to improve on them.
Okay.
We need to make use of those that come out because we need them to man the affairs of this country.
Okay.
Okay, now, we're going to have like the oil drilling exploration. I understand. We have a university. They take courses in petroleum duties, but we don't see any one of them coming to be able to drill our oil. We rather give it to.
That's a fact, yeah.
Give it to
an aspect, yeah.
It's not attainable in my administration.
Okay.
Take for instance, we have somebody, Apostle Doctor Safo, right?
Safo Kantaka.
Kantaka.
Yeah.
Come on. We have somebody like this. We have someone like this. Can't we encourage that guy? That guy has vast knowledge.
So these are the things.
We have a lot of inventors hiding just because of no encouragement.
Okay.
That's why I like this guy. Sometimes you, the media guys, you help in messing up the whole system.
You're right, though.
Yeah, many of them. But there's one guy I like, Kofi TV.
Okay.
He goes into the hinterland. He explores. You understand? These are the type of work we want you guys to do.
Okay.
To encourage things to come. So that if the government doesn't know what is happening in the hinterland, Kofi TV will bring it up.
Okay.
If we have many people like Kofi TV, I think it's going to help. So we're going to encourage a whole lot of people. Like this man need to be encouraged. Now,
so what
need us.
So what you mean is these inventors are going to be fixed into the education sector.
Good. We will have institute for invention.
Okay.
Separate.
Okay.
So that we want to tap into, their knowledges.
Okay.
For it to help to improve or develop the country.
Okay.
We should be able to manufacture aircraft.
Okay.
I mean, we've gotten to that stage.
Okay.
We should be able to manufacture, a ship instead of going to buy and all that stuff. No, we will encourage them. We bring all of them out. Vocational institutes, technicals, institutes, and all that.
Okay.
We need to encourage all of them. And our government is going to do it.
Okay. I mean, hopefully, thank you. So, I mean, we will be looking at the last sector for today, which, I mean, I'm not a professional on that, but since it contributes very well to the economy, I want us to look at it and then see your ideas. And that's energy. Good. Energy has been, in America, we say a tick in the butt. Sorry for my language on it. It's something which it's into the government, every government, because we haven't managed our energy properly. What do you have on energy for Ghanaians?
Energy. You know why I'm pausing? Is we have had experience of when we let go our manifestos, then before you see it, some of the status quo, they steal it. There was a time somebody was among us, a platform, he saw, hey, bring out your vision, when we send it out, one of them like this free, duty free. He let it out. Before we saw it, the government said, okay, we are reducing. Why didn't you read it from beginning?
Okay. You mean they stole your vision?
They are fly catchers.
Oh, okay.
They are fly catchers. So I'm not scared.
Okay.
So even if they steal it, at least
I mean, if you are the originator of the idea, yeah. So
I am going to operate with tidal wave.
Okay.
Energy.
Okay.
Now, tidal wave is very expensive to mount.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be in the sea.
Okay.
God has given us energy in the sea. The wave.
Okay.
So you don't need to pay for it.
Okay.
So when we mount it, we'll find the money. Not borrowing it, we'll find it
in the country. Okay.
Well, you see, there are some questions that need to be silent when we get there.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because there are.
It reminds me of a popular saying on a campaign platform which says "Sikano woho, Sikano woho."
It is there.
And they came into power and they said Mahama left everything.
Directors.
Okay.
You understand? They are managers and achievers and not accomplishers.
Okay.
That's the difference. So we will mount it there. When we mount it there, the lighting system all over the country will be close to free.
Okay, so you how are you going to put it in the national grid? Like you mount it in the sea, and then so what about Akosombo? What about car power ship? What about those plans that the previous government? How are you going to merge them?
Well, the thing is that's why I told you certain things are going to be silent until we get there.
Okay,
you understand?
Okay,
because the Akosombo is for Ghanaians. You understand? We are not paying for Akosombo.
Okay.
You understand? We only have to maintain, do maintenance and all that.
Okay.
But the problem is, what is generating it is a kind of not working like before again because of,
water levels or population increase. Yeah.
So it's not going to serve the purpose for which it was there. But before then, because of the population, it was able to go around everywhere. And we're even giving out to other people. Good. Other countries, I'm sorry. But this is something that is going to cover every area of our lives. And we can even sell some.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that Akosombo will be destroyed. No.
Okay.
But something like the car
power and all that stuff. Ameri and the car power.
You see, there's a bridge to cross. When that bridge will be crossed when I am handed over the sector of office, then we will know how to cross that bridge. Okay. I wish you understand.
But Ghanaians will also like to know before, because we are talking about them giving you the mandate.
All right.
And they have to know what they are getting themselves into.
You are very smart. Now, let me say this. The couple, anything in my leadership, anything that is not going to benefit the country, that is going to be siphoning our money, that is going to make us, to be going down financially, fine, we have to renegotiate with those people. But see, I'm sorry, if it's a contract ends. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely, if it was a contract, okay, so they are paying those people or whatever it is. So we're going to handle it. That's why I said, when we get to the bridge, we cross it, because I may not say, I don't handle it.
Okay.
So I don't know the details of what is going on with the,
those deals, yeah.
When I get there, then I will go detail into everything.
Okay.
Then know how to handle it. But I can assure you, anything that will make us to be, down financially, it's not going to work.
Okay.
You understand? That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yes.
And you spoke about generating power from tidal waves, and talking about the fact that you look for the money in the country.
I didn't say in the country.
Like
I will look for the money.
Okay. But do you have an idea how much it will cost for you to generate power through a tidal wave in Ghana? How much will it cost you if your government is in power? And is the Ghanaian taxpayer able to pay? Will be able to pay that?
Okay, good. I like this question. You know why? Because telling you right here how much it's going to cost may not be helpful to us.
Okay.
You see, because when you go to the market to buy tomatoes, another time when you go, it will be more than what you bought it or less.
Okay. That's why we have projections. So I'm asking of projected cost.
There are certain things I don't want to project, but what I know is that my projection is that Ghanaians are going to get lighting system, close to free.
Okay.
They will be paying something, but not what is going on right now.
Okay.
Not what is going on. No. It will be very, very less.
Okay.
For them to enjoy the lighting system. It's my duty as a leader to know what to do.
Okay.
To know what to give to the people.
Okay.
The projection, fine. But then I want to go into it when the time reaches, then I will know the cost and everything, the labor, everything before I will say. Because I don't want to say it's going to cost us so and so amount. Then when we get there, it's not like that, or even more or less. But what I know for sure is that we don't have to owe because of that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I mean, then you are speaking about tidal waves. Why are you choosing tidal wave over solar and other things when we have, I mean, so much sunshine in where we live? That's Ghana.
Okay. Now, I choose, because if you look at solar and tidal wave, there's a vast difference.
Okay.
There's a vast difference.
Okay.
You know, you cannot tame Ghanaians to use the light the way you want it. They have to use it the way they want.
Of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
They believe in gadget systems. They believe in this. They believe in that. And you understand? So we have to give them what will make them happy, but yet they'll pay less. Now, in the US, some people may, when they're going out, they want to put off the light. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe in Ghana, you don't expect all of them to be putting off the light. You understand? So why not provide something that even though they are using it with joy, they may not pay heavily for it.
Okay.
Good. And let me, you know, you may not ask this question, but let me say this about our IT system. Is it the phone systems and all?
Yeah, the telecommunication system.
The tech. It's so porous. It's
I could see that.
Very porous.
I could see that.
We will deal with that.
We pay more than what even people in America pay. Yeah.
Ghanaians should be able to use their phone and be smiling, not just going my credit is finished. If anybody calls you right here, he doesn't even call you. He say, there's a way they use it. Let me text.
Let me flash you, and they call me. That's
flashing.
Yes, yeah.
It's because he's scared of what he's going to pay. Why should that happen? Meanwhile, those people they put there are swimming in the pool of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
With families and everything. That's why Ghanaians, listen to me. You got to vote these people out. You need to vote them out. The NDC MPP need to be voted out on 2020.
Okay. I mean, enough. I think enough of the energy. And then on our Facebook page, I think we have Kweku Edanso, who is just applauding you and then telling you are doing well and then good job. And then he also want to find out how do you institute disciplinary measures? Because, you know, indiscipline is also killing Ghanaians. Indiscipline is killing Ghanaians.
In other words, corruption.
Anyway, we can target, but we compare ourselves to Rwanda without identifying the kind of, disciplined person who is leading the nation. So he's asking, how would you institute discipline among Ghanaians?
You know, we wouldn't have closed until you have brought that. Thank God you brought it. Because corruption is a virus. And we are also thinking that corruption is only circling around politicians.
To give you an information, there has been a report that corruption is on a rise now. That's the Afrobarometer report. It says corruption is on a rise now.
Good, because it's a virus.
Yeah.
I see it as a national virus. Now, you do not fight corruption, you deal with corruption. When you are a leader, you know what to do. I'm not going to fight corruption. Now, this very government that is there, the Akufo-Addo government, decided to fight corruption and employ the services of Honorable Amidou. You don't expect one person to fight corruption. Which corruption? And the guy got corrupted.
Okay.
The other day, they were interviewing him. Okay, since they were not allowing you to work or whatever it is, are you going to leave the office? He said, no, why should I leave? Of course, he's earning some money from the taxpayers. So he is corrupt. The thing is that I am challenging that man. Because
but the Auditor General is trying to...
Excuse me. Before he got there, right? He was fighting another person like, is it Woyome?
Yeah.
I'm going to make him pay that money because he's corrupt. Now you are there. You have not been able to fight Woyome to bring that money.
But
Rather, you are receiving more money paid to you.
Dr. Woyome's judgment is already out, and his properties are being auctioned.
No, before he got, you know, the thing is, when
he came into office, very well.
But almost a whole year, there was nothing on the table for us to know whether he is going to prosecute people or not.
Okay. So Wilmer's issue was on autopilot, not that he did something
exactly.
to it. Okay.
So this guy is corrupt himself.
Okay.
Oh yes, the special prosecutor. We don't need a special prosecutor.
Okay.
No. Are they not paying him money for doing nothing? Is that not corruption? I'm going to deal with corruption. Number one is this. We'll make sure there is immediate term jobs. If you want to deal with corruption, get the people working.
Okay.
Get them busy.
Okay.
Make them smile.
Okay.
Make them also be a part of the the running of the country. Then they will know that they have to protect what belongs to them.
Okay. You
see, then I talk about increasing the salary structure of the people to benefit the ordinary citizen. You see, when you do that, they will have enough not to think about bribes and all that stuff.
Okay.
You see, now look at the teachers, for instance. Now look at the police. They are not well paid.
Okay.
They are not well equipped.
Okay.
So they, we rather push them on the street in danger. But in my administration, I will equip them and will not make them to be walking on the street. And that is so dangerous. You understand? There must be vehicle. When you're on duty, you have been assigned a vehicle and well-sophisticated vehicle to be going around. We know what is happening in the other Western world. Why can't we do that to make them safe? Give them the money, get them well, compensated for the job they're doing. So when they get bribed, they are going to jail straight.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So corruption, we are going to deal with it. We are not. We don't fight corruption.
Okay.
We don't fight corruption.
And then
excuse me.
Okay.
It has to start from me.
Okay.
And my ministers.
Okay. So what are they going to do special?
Good. In the first place, I'm not going to, enlist 110 ministers. What are they doing? Okay. I'm going to enlist at least, or at most, between 30, 40. Okay. Let me say 30 or 25, 30. Okay. You understand? Okay. Because
that's like 30% of what is happening now.
Okay, good. Because what are they doing? Okay. In the first place, I have said that everyone will be qualified with the CICI. Okay. Common sense.
That's your tenant.
Yeah. Yes. Intelligence, conscientiousness, and integrity. If you are not qualified, you are not enlisted. Okay. You won't be a minister. Okay. Good. So this is what we are talking about. So you will not be corrupt. Okay. And if you are sick, we are going to make sure the health sector is overhauled. You don't go outside for treatment.
The health sector is something we are going to talk about. Maybe part 2 of this interview. Definitely talk about it. So, and then there's one more question. I think this, I've asked this question. Doctor they are talking about the cost for development. And doctor has said, as for the cost, he will leave it for now. So we've talked about it. Bernard A. Ochri said, it's a brilliant vision, and they was asking of the cost. I think we've talked about that, and you have indicated. As for the cost, but you assure Ghanaians that it's something they can afford. That's the assurance you give.
You mean the
energy? The energy, yeah.
Of course,
it's something they can afford.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last aspect of this interview is I want us to get into the reality. Yeah, before I started this interview, I said, as a student of politics in Ghana, I've studied how independent candidates come across, and you seem much more organized. But I want us to put ourselves into the reality. And then the reality is, there hasn't been any independent presidential candidate who has even earned 1% of the total vote. How and what are you going to do different for Ghanaians to give you this audience, for Ghanaians to try you, for Ghanaians to think enough of this NDC and PP? What are you going to do different?
Okay, I've said a lot. My message has been relayed to them. Then, I've also made them to know, the populace or the electorates, to know that I am not a politician.
Okay.
I am a leader.
Okay.
Okay. Then also, you see, the MPP and NDC, a sacred cow, have believed that they are untouchable and unstoppable.
Okay.
You see, that is the impression they have given to the populace, especially the electorates.
Very well. Yeah.
Which has entered deep into them. So they will tell you, can you stand NPP and NDC? Are they not human beings?
They are, of course.
They are human beings.
But they have the numbers.
Oh, good. Let me tell you this. They don't have the numbers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll prove it to you.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to listen to that. Yeah.
If you, good, you are vying for presidency, and you know you have the numbers that can win, why do you hack?
You don't. Yeah. If
Why
you are, if you are,
you hack?
exactly. Yeah.
And why would you rig? Just go there. Let them cast the vote. Let your numbers cast the vote. Then you win.
Okay.
They are scared. They are listening to me. They are scared.
Okay.
Because a leader is coming
Okay.
to survey the situation of the people
Okay.
by the grace of God.
Okay.
And I want to add inshallah.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they are, managers and directors.
Okay.
And they are not leaders. So they don't know what to do. And they don't want to stop doing what they don't know to do.
Okay.
So, I mean, this 2020 is a different time, is this different kind of election altogether, because God is interested.
Okay.
God has heard the cries of the people.
Okay.
He has seen, look, I understand the people. I understand the people because what? The suffering they have been passing through, I have been there before.
Okay.
So I understand that language.
Okay.
The troubles they have find themselves into, I have been there, so I understand their language.
Okay.
I feel them. I feel their pains and woes.
Okay.
That is why I'm going to win. So I know that we're going to work together for me to be there, because I'm going to represent them.
Okay.
And bring back their freedom and, justice.
Okay.
And give back to them. We want to take the government and give it to them 2020.
Okay. 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 Very well. Very well. It's still Ghana Mambo, and we are talking to Dr. Tom ASISEH, the independent presidential candidate for 2020 election in Ghana. So, Doctor, I have to ask this: have you made yourself known to the Electoral Commission of Ghana?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And every process has been done.
Yeah.
So they know you are contesting.
Oh yeah, they know I'm contesting.
All right.
The re-registration is not yet in.
Okay.
Even NDC and MPP.
Okay.
They have not recognized their flag bearers yet.
Okay.
3 months to the voting time before they now make every one of us to register. That is there. Okay. But apart from that, of course, they know. Okay. It's great listening to you, though. And Ghanaians have heard you across the globe. We have the opportunity to broadcast this in Europe, United States, and Ghana. So a lot of people are listening. And the whole thing will be recorded, put on YouTube. Anyone can listen to it. Okay, Doctor, thank you for coming. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, thank you. Good job. All right, thank you. Listeners, this is Ghana Mambo, and today's edition has been long, though. We needed to hear him out. And it's still Atl Afrikan Radio.
We will definitely find time and talk about a whole lot of things because he has a lot in store. There's transportation, there's health, there's well-structured criticism, there's art, a lot of them.
We promise on an honor that we'll never fight again. Cause Ghana is a happy place and joy we should defend.
We will definitely have to talk about this.
What's up, motherland? I didn't feel like obeying an atheist. I'm in love with you now.
On that note, this show comes your way next week Sunday, and we are going to talk about Ghana. Bye.
Hello. Yeah, this is Albert from AKA Computer Solution. At AKA Computer Solution, we specialize in fixing computers with viruses, computer that's damaged, crash screens. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. That's where you can get your computer fixed on a reasonable price. We sell computers on a reasonable price, starting from $150. You can get a desktop, a full desktop with a keyboard, a mouse, and a monitor. Come to AKA Computer Solutions. You can pay your cell phone bills like Laka Mobile, H2O, Simple Mobile. You can even get it activated at AKA Computer Solutions. We sell phones, we do networking, and we have a lot of things which are located in AKA Computer Solution. To find us, we are located on 5848 Bankhead Highway in Douglasville, Georgia, right in the plaza where the Texaco is located. You have any problem with your computer, I bet you we will never let you down. Call us on 678-365-6559. All right, thank you and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Want to fix your computers? The best place to come is AK Computer Solution. You have anything wrong with your computer system, bring it to AKA Computer Solutions. That is where you can have the best on all electronics, including phones, mixers, speakers, TVs, and all what's of you. Bring it to AKA Computer Solution. I just brought my own here now, and my computer is working very, very well. So I beg you, come to Computer Solutions, AKA, and get your computers fixed. Thank you.
I'm at AKA Computer Solution in Douglasville, Georgia. My computer has virus. I brought it, and they got it fixed, and it's working really good. It's really good, and the charge is not a lot, just chicken change. So I really advise you guys to come. You'll be happy. Thank you.